you can only get our latest entry here, and Valve is, I mean, Half-Life is one of the more like impactful possible choices.
Yeah.
Like if you want a new Half-Life, here's your one option. Which, yeah, it's a not even an option for a lot of people with how ridiculously expensive it is, but
yeah,
you can afford
which
it.
Stinks, but
Yeah.
But I think I think we've talked a lot about how Valve usually centers around Half-Life when they want to make a technological leap.
Last one.
And it feels like this is their leap. They're showing that VR is not only viable but can be something that that has staying power.
It's a real deal.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, that's what the kids are saying.
So this game's got these cool gravity gloves. They're called the Russells. And you can basically aim at something. Ignore this tutorial. Aim at something and flick it towards you.
Yeah.
And then it's a separate grip to catch it. It doesn't go in your hands automatically.
Okay.
You've got to grip it as it comes towards you, which feels very like tactile and fun.
Yeah, for sure. So chat,
can
hello
grab this
chat.
with my motion
You obviously can't see me because
It's a tool with
we're
multiple
kind of,
functions.
figuring this
So,
all the VR streaming out, but I am here and I'm here to read your questions. And ODDLO on Twitch says, "Hey Leo and Alex, ... and Alex." We all say hello.
How about I call it
Sam Shost
Alex.
on YouTube says, "Leo, how frequently did you take breaks while playing Alex?"
Every couple hours,
Yeah.
like
Alex.
I get VR motion sick. Like I'm not impervious to it.
Really?
I'm just healing up here. But yeah, this I never did. Like when it chugs, it errs on the side of having a good frame rate in your headset, even if like physics are chugging.
For sure.
Which is obviously the right call to prevent motion sickness. This is resin.
Look at that. Resin.
What is resin?
And if there's resin around here, there should be a combine fabricator. Keep an eye out. We might be able to upgrade your firepower a bit.
I was letting my friend Russell explain it a little bit. It's how you upgrade your weapons.
Cool.
I want to break this box. I hate this box. But as you can see, some stuff you need to hold with two hands. Other stuff you just can. But it works really well. It feels good. The rule of thumb in VR is, or at least the rule of thumb that Boneworks established, which is kind of the physics trendsetter in VR right now. Grab it with two hands and act like you're moving something heavy.
Okay.
Like if you move it as if it was something heavy, it'll mesh more with how the physics are working and feel more natural.
For sure.
Otherwise you will try to just do stupid things with it and it doesn't line up exactly because they want to make it look realistic in game.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But maybe that's getting in the weeds. I just think this game handles it really well.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh. Is anybody in the chat getting this? Is anybody in the chat getting VR for this? That's what I'm very curious about.
Yeah, that's a good question. Let's see. Spiceona on YouTube says, played for about an hour earlier and I love it. Got kind of nauseous after a while though.
Okay. Well, I'm just strong, I guess.
Oh, careful of that barnacle, Alex.
Strong like bull.
Strong like bull. These are barnacles from Half-Life. They look so gross with this level of detail. It is horrifying up there.
Yeah.
Let's give them something to suck up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Didn't like it.
No.
Didn't like it. Let's see.
MJ Geek for LGBTQ on YouTube says, if it comes to PSVR, I'll probably get it. Yeah, they really haven't said. I think it's just Steam VR for now, right? I can't imagine. Well, I guess Orange Box and all that came to consoles eventually.
True.
But I don't know if this is it.
Obviously, Valve has a vested interest in PC gaming, but they haven't shied away from consoles.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no. Tricky place to get a job at, actually. I interviewed
fuck.
survey to try and get it here.
Hit my head on the microphone a little
Oh
bit there.
no.
Lucky break for
Yeah,
me,
you
really.
okay?
Not a lot of
We're all
fun.
good.
Okay.
Honestly, it's a miracle you and your dad got out of there.
Oh.
I'm storing things over my backpack. It's
Love it.
contextual, so if I've got a specific weapon out, I'll pull that weapon's ammo out over my backpack, and you can hear Alex go like, last mag. Only got one left, or like 3 shells left, or whatever.
Yeah, little known fact, I did all the VR or the VO work for this.
They said, who's anybody named Alex?
And then I happened to be walking on the street by Valve's office, and they're like, hey, that guy, let's grab him.
Get him!
Ah!
Did that rat just carry that piece of resin away?
I don't doubt it.
Gotta do a little puzzle solving here. You can, of course, just shoot barnacles, Half-Life style, but ammo scarcity kind of is a thing in this game.
Oh, nice. I do love that I'm watching this on stream and I'm just waiting for the moments that I know are coming.
Yeah. Yeah, this is obviously a energy suck
Yeah.
on my rig.
Yeah, most definitely. But we're making it work. We are making it work. So chat, let us know if everything's looking good, sounding good. On my end, everything looks good, but
Is this guy looking good?
oh yeah.
Come on! Don't die on me!
No, save him!
Damn you!
Oh. You have so much to live for. Oh, you gotta let him go, man. You gotta let him go.
I am gonna have to shoot these barnacles. Unless there's something
Yeah.
over there I can... Okay, I don't want to feed them ammo. Let's do a little of this.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Say hello to my little friend! No, I can sneak past. We're good.
Nice.
You probably want to see me get sucked up by one, though, huh?
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed necessarily.
That's what that looks like.
Oh, right there.
You're definitely rewarded for going in the crevices.
The nooks and
Corners of the
crannies.
map. Yeah. I was trying to juggle. Sorry. Definitely, chat, let us know if you want me to do anything. If you want me to try beating a zombie with a traffic cone or whatever.
I will speak for the chat and say yes, I would like to see that.
Yeah. We'll start
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
and then,
that's
you
really
know,
good.
obviously, just an example.
I'll look
Yeah.
around for a control
This is the
panel to
hardcore games journalism we've come to expect from from new gameplay today.
That's right.
Live.
Ugh.
So gross! You're disgusting!
Oh, I love this.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm using Oculus Touch controllers. So a little simpler read of finger movements than like the Valve Index, but it was enough for the game for sure.
For sure. Is there a recommended rig that people need to play it on, or one you think would handle it better than others?
Oh yeah, I mean it's like a 1080 at the minimum, I think, for a
Okay.
graphics card. Like this thing's pretty beefy, but like I said, when it chugs in the gameplay and not the frame rate, so it's still playable.
For sure. That's awesome.
Yeah. I really like looting in this game.
Yeah, for sure.
Things are so like realistic in the way you interact with them.
Yeah, it seems like it to a crazy degree, but I'm happy. So, and you can talk on this a little bit more
Yeah.
than I can. I think there was a lot of people, myself included, that was worried about not only like the minutia of reloading and things being a little bit real, but like just like slowing down the action too much. Have you like, can you give your take on that?
For me, it's really cool because it does require like precision.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something you can get better at. But also at the same time, when you're pinned down by 3 guys and you're like trying to get a magazine and a gun, you realize like how much you need to calm yourself down. Like those
Okay.
precise actions become so much harder when you're in a stressful scenario, which is like such a fun game mechanic to have to manage. Is like, okay, I need to slow down and not like rush this because there's a specific way I need to do it. I think
Yeah.
all that stuff enhances the experience. For me, for your boy.
For your boy Leo.
Your boy. Need a battery over here. Come on.
Come on.
Pull myself from the barnacle. Give me that goob. That's my health UI there. 3 hearts. They go down by halves, it seems like.
Half hearts.
Half hearts. Oh, looks like I'll need a puzzle to be solved.
Which is actually the thing you liked most in this game, right? Is the platforming and the puzzle solving? I guess not platforming, but...
There's like one puzzle type I really liked.
Now that I'm walking
A lot of
into
them
the
kind of
quarantine
become
zone, it
repetitive.
just hit me.
Oh.
I don't know anything about the quarantine zone.
Well, actually, the word quarantine comes from the Italian
cool
quarantine,
idea,
which
but-
means 40
yeah.
days, the period that all ships were required to be isolated before crew could go ashore during the Black Death.
Alright. Cool.
So some good Valve writing.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear. It seems like for the most part they've written a high quality game, right?
For sure. Yeah, I think the writing is stellar.
Good.
Including like the way the story goes. I think it's very clever.
Yeah.
But yeah, the puzzles, I think all the unique puzzles and rarer ones are super fun. And the maze ones, you saw me connecting a conduit of energy earlier.
Yeah.
Those are super cool.
Okay.
But like just that little one where you saw me bringing the point to the other point through the red lines, like stuff like that, you just do it so much it gets a little old.
Yeah.
How far is
But those are all for optional loot, and you
You'll
can
go
choose
through
to
the old
just
subway tunnels on your way to the
avoid them
train
if you don't
yard.
want to.
For sure.
Have they started making Dad yet?
I don't think so, which is good news because we've still got time.
Chuck Kurtz says, does
Or
this
bad
game
news,
feel
because
less
they've
or
already killed
more
them.
nauseating
And
than
you
the
don't
typical
need to
VR
move
experience?
corpse, you just
Less for
bury it.
sure.
Cool.
For me.
Russell,
And
are
why
you
do you think
seeing
that
this?
is?
Whoa.
I think it's optimized really well. It never dropped below the comfortable VR frame rate. My whole time playing it. Which cannot be said about most games. I was just playing Boneworks the other night, and that happened, and nauseated your boy.
That's not good.
A loading screen.
So does this so in that regard then, does it kind of ruin other VR titles because they're not as well optimized?
We'll be lamenting VR titles for the next, like, year at least. It'll be like,
Okay.
nah, this isn't as good as Half Life Alyx.
Wow.
Like, this is a frankly unrealistic bar for other titles to try and reach without Valve money, you know?
For sure. So this
But,
is
yeah.
like the quintessential title.
I think so.
Like this is the VR seller that they hoped it would be.
I think so. Yeah, I say that in my review. It's if you were waiting for the killer app before you got VR.
Yeah.
The wait is over. For instance. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's a damn bucket on my head.
Like where can you get that elsewhere, you know?
Yeah, come on.
Hey, Russell. I just found a loose syringe of God knows what. Is this medicine?
Does it have a skull and crossbones on it?
I don't see one.
Probably medicine then.
I just stowed a health syringe for later. We'll use that in a bit. It's the way it's implemented is fun. You can choose to inject it in your chest or arm or leg.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And there was one time where I was super low in health and I just busted 2 out at once and just got myself in the arm and the leg at the same time. Fun VR gameplay.
Do you feel like Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction?
Boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way we gotta
I've
go.
always
No
wanted.
shortcut?
Yeah, that is the shortcut.
So chat, let us know you're watching and talking to the reviewer here at Half-Life. So if you guys have any questions,
All right, that's
let us know.
Let's keep doing that.
Me. It's me. We're playing on normal difficulty. Enemies soak up a good bit of shots. If you drop it down to story, people are falling like people would fall in real life.
This is a good question. Sam Shost says, Leo, which enemy freaked you out the
Just so you
most
know,
with its
Russell,
jump
Oh
to VR?
my God.
Shows you resin,
Well,
ammo, you know, might come in
known
handy.
VR enemy?
Thanks.
I think a combine soldier is scary when they're up in your face and they're rushing you. They become a lot more intimidating in VR. There's a new enemy called Jeff, There's one chapter where you're facing this enemy called Jeff, and that's the most scared I've ever been in Half-Life, no question.
Oh God.
And probably the most
Okay.
scared I've been in VR, and I may have quit if I wasn't, you know, reviewing it.
Wow, that bad, huh?
I mean, I get so scared in VR. Like, all the time I'll quit a VR game because it's like, nope, too scary for me right now.
Oh no.
But didn't have that option, you know?
That sounds terrifying. I am such a baby when it comes to regular scary games. I can't imagine playing in VR.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Yeah. Bromo Sapiens on Twitch asks, I don't like Half-Life 2. I should avoid Half-Life Alyx, right?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. It depends what you didn't like about it. I'd like to hear more.
Yeah.
We did Half-Life 2 on replay recently, and I was really impressed. Like, more than I
Yeah.
thought I'd be.
How well it holds up.
Yeah, for sure. Still a very fun shooter.
Carly Wickle on Facebook points out, I just love that the ultimate scares name is Jeff.
Yeah, it's very Valve.
Yeah.
A lot of morbid humor.
Yeah. I love that. I love that that hasn't gone away with all the years of people changing jobs.
Right. I mean, like, I don't know who their writing team is right now, but if they're
Yeah.
doing an impression of old Valve, they're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
There are a lot of
That
good
makes
chuckles.
me so happy. Yeah. And I guess that brings me into the next, or a good transition there, in that, do you need to be versed in Half-Life lore to appreciate this game, to enjoy this game?
You should read the Wikipedia articles.
Oh, okay.
That's about all I did as prep. I beat Half-Life 2 in the episodes back in the day, but I needed that Wikipedia primer. I forgot nearly everything.
Definitely.
But, yeah. If you're new to the series, that's all you need to do, though. Like, I may as well have been new to the series, and that's all I did.
Okay. Gotcha. So if you're looking, sorry, what?
No, go on. Go on.
I was just gonna say, so it seems like if you're looking for the VR experience, even though you may not be fully versed in Half-Life, this is still worth a shot if you
Yes.
watch a couple of wikis and that kind of stuff, or read a couple of wikis.
Yeah, if you're the only reason you're avoiding this is because it's got the Half-Life name on it, then I think you'll still get more out of it than you think.
Yeah. Love it. That has me excited. I don't know what to do about this game because I want to play it very badly, especially after reading your review and seeing the sentiment online. But I definitely don't have the money to buy a headset.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer. So I'm not quite sure what this is going to be.
Yeah, hopefully we get back to the office in the next 2 years and you can play it at on our office VR headset.
There you go.
Ready for the snipe? Frick. I do like closing one eye in VR to aim better. Just the fact that that translates.
Yeah,
I adore that.
that's unreal. Did you find
No,
a...
it's Source 2!
Gaming humor.
Gamer humor only.
Yeah.
That's a little tip for you guys. That's kind of your combat style you're going to want to engage with. This one.
Huh. Let's see. Chat.
Chit chat.
Chit-chat. Nickel Canvas says, and we've kind of talked about this a little bit, but how's the story? Enthralling or basic?
I would say enthralling.
Given your two options.
I would. I mean, there are parts where it's like a little slower, you know?
Yeah.
Some of it's like going from encounter to encounter through a large area. I think it still works. I'm into the journey of it and the way every time you're in the loading screen, you kind of see how you're making your way through City 17 towards your end goal, and that in that way it feels almost like a road trip game. Like you're really making your way on foot through this huge area.
Yeah.
I think that's exciting.
Hmm.
But I think, like, if you judge it by the story beats, amazing.
Yeah.
By the way the whole thing plays out, maybe a little slow at points, but, like, for all the story that gets told, I enjoy it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Give me health.
Peter Turing on Facebook says, "Can you melee combat in this game?"
Not really at all. I was trying to show off exactly how little you can do that. But
does it just kind of like barely phase enemies, or how does it work?
yeah, they don't really care, you know?
Yeah.
He just killed me, as for instance.
Oh.
Alex!
With head crabs, it's a little different, which I'll show later, but...
Okay.
Bad autosave. Sorry, everybody.
That's,
But
you know
yeah,
what?
it's like they balance it around ammo management, and then for you to be able to subvert it by doing melee combat, I guess maybe they don't want that, but I still think it would be fun.
Okay.
Especially if you're trying to sell VR, it's like that's such a cool part of it, and something that like Boneworks nails.
Yeah, definitely. Peter Turing says, I'm sorry. It's okay. He was the one who asked about melee combat.
Yeah,
okay.
no worries.
Yeah, it's okay. Leo was sure to die at some point. It would have been fine.
It was gonna happen.
Yeah. Nickel Canvas also asks, how's it to finally playing a Half-Life game where your character isn't a ridiculously mute hero man? And also, I will up that question with, as someone who has played the Half-Life games, was it weird having the new voice actress for Alyx? Did it fit in pretty seamlessly? Like, how was she as a character?
Yeah, be careful.
It... As far as the voice acting, no problem with it at all.
Cool.
Totally meshed. But this game has the problem that like a lot of games have. Can I grab this? Where the protagonist is so much less scared than you. Like I'll be absolutely dumping in my trousers and she'll be like making some smarmy comment.
And you're like, no, you should be terrified.
Yeah, scream!
Make me feel okay.
Yeah.
Mr. 12 asks, is this Animal Crossing VR?
Whoa. I would honestly love that.
Oh man, a VR Animal Crossing game would be too good. I don't think we deserve that as a species.
Definitely too many sins for that.
And then Mr. 12 also asks, can you play this on Quest without the Oculus Link cable?
No, you need the cable. Unfortunately. Meaning that you have to hook it up to a PC rather than play it just on the standalone Oculus Quest.
Yeah.
Which is, understandable. That thing is built for, like, stylized games. That thing is amazing, and I totally, like, miss the convenience of it setting up my VR at home.
Yeah, most definitely.
But, yeah, just not powerful enough.
Yeah, would you ever want to play this on a less powerful thing if it meant that convenience of setup? Or
That's a
does
good
it
question.
really like?
I want to
Yeah.
see how this thing works.
Got it.
I would like,
No, but it should fix up that pistol nicely. Good
I
thing,
think it would
too,
be good
they gave
to
you
get
one
it
of
in
my
more people's
decent
hands
guns.
and get it in, like, the
Thanks,
best
Russell.
VR solution there is.
Well, you know, in case
For
it
sure.
doesn't make it back.
Bowser Penguin 50 says, can you drag the corpse with you the rest of the
It's
level?
only a gun anyway. That's what's to get. That's my gun.
I could try.
Cool. Little Joe Juba style.
That's right. How much resin do I have? I'll get some more. Whatever. I should just show this off. I'm not gonna be able to upgrade anything, but here's how you upgrade guns. One of a couple different puzzles to get this open. You pull this in 3D space with your multi-tool and get it to line up through all these.
Okay.
Which I like that puzzle.
Yeah.
Because you can't fail it.
It just takes time.
Right.
Yeah.
Take your gun, pop it in there. Oh, I can add a reflex sight. I actually want that really bad.
Nice. Do because I've read that there's only 3 guns in this game, correct?
Correct.
How do they feel? Is that enough?
Yeah, because they all have different ammo types, so you wouldn't want to be scavenging 100 different ammo types. And for the length of the game, they're doled out at a pace where it's like just enough to keep it fresh. Plus the upgrades change them
Oh, that really worked,
a
didn't
fair
it?
amount.
Huh.
Like you can get a grenade launcher on the shotgun where you actually like find grenades and attach them to the end of it. And when you need to shoot it, you like push this part of the stock forward, or part of the barrel. It's all implemented in a really cool way. Maybe we'll get to the shotgun today.
Oh, cool.
Back on the road. What's up, losers? I can see your weak points now.
Ah,
It's your heads.
shocking.
Yeah. In a gaming first.
The headshot does the most damage.
Oh, that knocked him back. Hey, okay. You can throw some
right.
people.
Minorly inconvenience them.
Right.
Such a dainty little throw. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you're playing softball with like your 5-year-old son, and then you shoot him in the head and it explodes.
We all relate to that story. Wait, check this out. I'm gonna kill this zombie. I was hoping the head crab would come to life. Head crabs are pretty scary, especially the armored ones. You have to shoot in their bottom.
In their
Their
bottom.
belly.
Let's see. Brian Cruz says, so the HUD we're seeing right now, Leo can't
Nice
see.
shooting,
I
Alex.
noticed he's checking his wrist. Is that
You know, for all your talk
That's
about
right,
how
that's
tested
spectator
that
cam
this
only.
is, this thing
Good
is that-
point. That's worth saying.
so? Okay, so we can't. So right now you can't see like how much health you have, how much resin you have, like that
No,
kind
I
of
have
stuff.
to check my wrist because the
Oh,
health's
wow.
there, resin's there.
Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that.
I like that too, for
Yeah.
sure.
Helps with the immersion.
I think this is the non-essential way.
This is.
When
the
will a
way.
game solve that? Of like, you find a corridor and you're like, is this where I get bonus stuff, or is this going to progress the path of the game?
I feel like we're too far down that road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Because I know I always look at the the two paths, and if I think that it's the one that I can get all the other stuff in, I take that one first every time.
I'm with you. Little fun with the physics there. I just like teleport slid with a box into the wall, and the ammo got stuck in the wall. I'm abusing my slide power.
Yeah.
This game does have full locomotion of just moving the thumbstick, but that's when I start to get a little motion sick.
Oh, gotcha.
That kind of movement. And it also has the
'Cause-
blink, where instead of sliding, it fades out,
Mm-hmm.
which is even more comfortable than the slide for people.
Okay. Because Sam Schaust asked, what other traversal methods did you try, Leo? What made you land on the teleport? Just inherently like avoiding that motion sickness.
Yeah, but it's also a good middle ground between like the blink where it fades out instead of sliding, and the locomotion, because you still have the physics where you can like slide through doors and things, and it'll push them in a realistic way, and that just
For sure.
feels more natural when I know how I'm moving.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Crap!
Icky.
Icky!
Where to go?
No! Icky! Icky! Yep.
Nickel Canvas says no spoilers, but the end is satisfying. Prequels can usually be unnecessary.
Yes. This game is necessary.
Okay,
I'll say that.
I
Stay
like
back.
that. Stay back. Get out of here.
So here's where you can use the physics a little better.
Okay.
It's by blocking these head crabs. I'm gonna catch it in this little box.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yep, there it is. Found it.
I did it.
Probably
That's incredible.
Where did the... There we go. I adore VR. I don't know. I think people who don't have it rightfully get sick of people talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's really special. I'm really excited to see what happens in this space for the next few years. It's already come such a long way in the last like 3.
Yeah,
How's the chat
because
feeling?
you've been a part of it for the entire time, right?
Yeah, I bought an Oculus dev kit.
Oh wow.
When it was $800, I split it with a friend. Not that it's much cheaper now.
Yeah. Let's see.
What's up, chat? Am I looking
You guys-
strong on cam?
Looking buff, looking swole.
What are you thinking, chat? Alright, we're back in.
Heard anything about Dad, Russell?
No.
I would not,
Radio
if I
silence.
ran into you in the street,
Train.
I would run the other way.
Damn it.
For obvious
Well, the good
reasons.
news
Full
And because
speed.
Probably fine.
How do you
which
know that?
then you could take a gingerly walk and catch up to me. But
That's the torture place. So they're hardly going to torture him before they get here. So he's fine.
Did it
Bromo
die?
Sapiens.
Logically speaking.
Bromo Sapiens is looking buff. Did what
Oh,
die?
thanks, man. I wonder if I killed that head crab with my
Oh.
pistol strike.
With the pistol whip? Or it saw how buff you were and was like, I'd rather die, and just did.
I'm just gonna play dead on this one. Ah! Okay, there Alex screamed. Come and get some. You should come and get some.
You should come and get some.
Why don't you come and get
If you
some?
want. If you want.
Oh.
I don't know what that noise was.
I tried to just beckon to him.
Ah.
He didn't even come towards me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this. Oh, damn.
Brian
Cheating.
Cruz says, I'm surprised Leo hasn't hit his head on the mic, which is what I would do often. Well, you should go back in the stream a little bit.
Yeah, don't worry.
Cody Clemency. Hi, Alex and Leo. Hi, Cody. Happy you're joining us. Happy everyone's here. Let us know what questions you guys have about the game. We'll be with you guys for another hour and a half or so, and then we'll call it a day. But for now, we're all yours.
Yeah, ask questions about the game. Obviously, we're not getting into spoilers. We're in
Yeah.
the 2nd chapter right now. We'll probably get into the 3rd. I thought it was a nice kind of slow point in the story where, you know, he won't be spoiled on too much. He'll get a little incidental dialogue, and maybe a cool thing will happen at the end, but
You never know.
we're early on.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with this being, you know, the first Half-Life entry in literally 15 years. I can speak for the audience when I say I appreciate you trying to shield us from as much spoiler content as possible.
Yeah, you don't want it spoiled for you, that's for sure.
Yeah. Cody Clemency says, I picked this up at 10 a.m. and put in about 20 minutes so far. Easily my favorite VR experience thus far.
Wow,
That
20 minutes in.
right there.
Right
Good, I'm
on.
glad you're
It does have a strong opening,
Yeah.
which we did not show.
Yeah. Mr. 12 says, up. Oh, sorry, go.
I was just gonna say the opening, you don't even want to have it, like, you want to experience it. You won't even get it if you're not in VR, you know?
You won't
That's-
understand, man.
Like this, the opening is all about, wow, this scope is cool. Like this
Yeah.
size is amazing, which you just don't get in video.
Yeah, for sure.
Fans of the series may recognize some of what's happening here.
Russell, are you seeing this?
Possibly. Are you seeing floating garbage?
It looks like it's just cardboard.
Right. Well, seems harmless.
Yeah. Weird, though.
Just incredibly cinematic. Like that's I think, I don't know, of all the amazing things this does for VR, it's like
What's that?
we've never had a VR game that is this polished of a cinematic experience.
Yeah. That was one thing that when we did the replay episode of Half-Life 2, that was one thing that, and I'm a very different connoisseur of media than I was when I first played Half-Life 2, but I was very surprised, happily, how cinematic that game was. So I'm pleasantly surprised that that transferred well into VR.
Yeah. Totally. Okay.
Squidawillow, I'm so late. Hello, everyone. Squid, where you been? We're holding the stream for you.
That's right. Now we can really start.
Yeah, now the gameplay begins.
Y'all recognize this little baby?
Pictures of vortigons.
Nihilanth looking ass, as they say. So something of a story sequence about to come up. Nothing ruining, but you know.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Fair warning.
more floating cardboard.
Once I solve this puzzle.
Yeah. Is this so? I think this is going to be a lot of people's first VR experience. Is this like a good thing, like, or is this something that you recommend people play, like something like Beat Saber, to kind of get their bearings in VR first and then jump into this?
Yeah, I don't know. It might set your standards too high, but it's no reason to avoid it, I don't think.
Okay, but from an accessibility standpoint, it's not too much for someone who's just putting a headset on for the first time.
Yeah, maybe you want to crank down the difficulty, which
Okay.
you can. There's easy, and then there's story below that, so it does let
I'm
you
fine, Russell.
dial it
What's
down
up?
a lot.
I'm
Cool.
losing your signal. Alex? Alex?
Bromo Sapiens asks, does the VR experience make an experience like Alex stand up to the
Russell?
likes of something
Russell?
like Doom Eternal, or is it entirely a thing where it's finally a full-scale major VR game from a beloved IP? So I guess...
Is it good as a game itself, or is it good as a
Yeah,
VR
I
game?
think that's what he's trying to get at.
Yeah, that's the question. I mean, it's tough not just... something Joe and I talked about in the review is, like, not hammering down that point of, like, how it is in VR, like, reviewing it as a game. But it's very hard to separate those things, like... The combat would sure be brain dead easy if you weren't in VR, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
But I think for its like set pieces, it'd be good in any medium. Like the dialogue, the set pieces are
Cool.
real game quality,
Yeah.
and the combat is, if anything, cooler than a real game because of the VR.
Cody Clemency says, Leo, are you using a Rift or a Quest?
Oh,
Rift.
The Alyx fans. You received my messaging.
I did?
Come, enter.
Okay, thanks.
You are
Cool.
I love this sequence.
So, what's a vortigon doing here?
cooking.
Right, but I mean, in general.
I have a brain.
What are they called? The Vortigon, right?
Vortigons,
Sorry,
yeah.
My
Dan.
brain is injured.
That's terrible, and I hope... Look, I'm actually pretty busy looking for my father,
The
Bummer.
Eli
Eli.
Vance.
Can't touch his head.
Yes.
The Combine have him, and I really do
Is that why it didn't get a 10 out of 10? You can't touch them?
Exactly.
Yes.
Can't eat this rotten apple.
I must show you something.
Look, I appreciate
This way.
I can't stick around.
What is immersion?
Is important.
Really?
I know, I'm sure it is.
The
This.
Alyx fans
Right here.
must go this way. Anyway.
Okay.
All right.
Bromo Sapiens asks, hey Alex, you guys gonna be covering the Control DLC later this week?
Oh, is that this week already?
I think it's coming to PS4 this week. We'd like
I'd
to.
love to, yeah.
Yeah. Especially as I just finished that last month. I would really like to play it while it's still fresh in my mind. So we'll figure it out. We're figuring out content for the rest of the week. There'll be some more streams this week for sure. How many? Stay tuned.
Like the Eli fans.
Maybe it'll just be 15 hours of Leo playing this game. Who knows?
Will free them.
I would
Wait,
help.
for a second.
I really would, but the Alyx Vance is honestly very busy saving her dad.
You will not save him. He is dead.
What?
Or he will be.
Is or will be?
It is a matter of perspective. But Alyx Vance alone cannot prevent his fate.
Look, thank you for everything, but I really have to go. And I'm sorry, but I really don't have time for riddles.
No riddles. The combine drilled here. I am severed from the vortessence. I am alone in my head.
I'm sorry. Look, if I can, if I run across your friends, I will see what I can do.
You have saved my kid.
I haven't.
Then you will. Courage, Alex Vance.
I like the Vortigons a lot.
Yeah. You got really quiet, so I was like, wait, this is story. I'm not gonna talk for
Yeah.
I will help the Alex Vance. Look to the northern star
Why?
for guidance.
Okay, thanks. Are you done helping?
I am not. Here. Sustenance.
I'll eat it later. Thanks for the help.
You will be welcome.
I can't eat it.
Disappointing.
Disappointing. Valve.
What do you
Together.
What do you think that tastes like?
Head crab?
Yeah.
The texture is probably like a scallop.
Oh yeah.
Scallop.
Yeah. I think you're probably spot on. Chuck Kurtz says, "Are we through the story part?"
Yes,
For the most
sorry.
part? Okay.
You're good.
Okay. Cool. Chuck Kurtz asks, "Do you as a player feel more of an empowered Do you feel like more of an empowered badass or someone who is just scraping by?"
Ooh, I like that question. Scraping by.
Ooh,
I think you're always
okay.
like the combat always pushes you on your back foot, you know?
I like that.
Alex, the signal's back. Can you hear me? Are you okay?
That's such an
Russell, I'm good.
adrenaline rush when you do
How's
finally
that?
get through it.
They've got him on the train.
Right.
He's on the move. You've got to find Fairview Junction before they get there.
I'm working on it.
Oh. The game is good at telling you about what a badass you are, though, when you do cool stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone's very impressed.
As we all are today.
That's right.
Mr. 12 says, "Does it have a sitting mode or standing only?"
You
You can play seated, I believe.
So anything
Okay.
happened when you
Yeah, I
got
should
out?
have tested that.
You're not gonna believe this, but I ran into a Vortigern
Vortigern? What was he
There's
doing
nothing I
down
don't
we
think
are.
would work.
hiding.
Yeah.
I think he escaped from the combine.
there? What did he say?
You ever meet a Vortigern? He said crazy Vortigern stuff.
Hey, you little bugger.
Howdy,
There's our
y'all.
armored on the top. Got keep your little underbelly. Bop! Oh. Very easy to dodge with this movement type. You know, you can slide around really fast.
Yeah.
This is also the most comfortable VR game I've played in terms of maneuvering objects. Like, it's the distance at which it'll like snap to you, you know, it's exactly right. Like, it doesn't feel like you're cheating, but you can toss and catch stuff super reliably.
Cool. That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear all these good things.
Me too, man. I wanted a win for VR real bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, Valve is short on funds too,
That
so
word I met?
it's nice to hear that they'll
This
hopefully
This
get
could
a
have
win.
been their
Oh,
last
great.
game.
What did it taste like? Tell me how you feel.
Russell,
Empty the
I
pocket.
didn't eat it.
Right. Of course you didn't. No, that's
Real talk, now that this is over, it makes me excited for the future and a future in which Valve is creating games. And I think it was you actually, Leo, on the replay stream when we did Half-Life 2, where we're like, we don't know what type of capabilities Valve has for making games anymore.
It has been so long since they've proven themselves, unless you count Artifact, which didn't go well.
Yeah, everyone did not enjoy.
Oh,
Yeah.
That zombie has a shotgun.
I guess everyone's a bit of an overstatement, but you know what I mean.
Not everyone.
Yeah. So now that we know they're capable of making something great, it has me that much more excited.
Right. For their future. Okay. Here's something I'm worried about.
Okay.
I'm
Lay it on us.
about to get the shotgun, and then there's a sequence where you have to load it while zombies are about to come. But the zombies don't come until you're done loading it, but I don't think I have any shotgun shells. Which, if you start the game from the beginning, you will.
Oh, interesting.
So last
they're
time I
not
tried
near.
to jump in from this point, I couldn't get past that sequence because I didn't have any shotgun shells.
Oh.
So if I can just find any in the environment, I'll get rid of these. Then my fears will be quelled.
Yeah. We don't
What?
like a scared Leo, unless it's funny. But this doesn't seem that it would be funny.
More tiresome
Yeah.
to watch.
Not the high quality content that you've come to expect from us.
Maybe I'm wrong, because it would be a big oversight.
Yeah, that seems borderline game breaking.
Yeah. I mean, again, only if you start from the second chapter like we did.
Yeah. I mean, touche.
But, I mean, that should work.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some on his belt. I'm a big dum-dum and I didn't notice that. So.
No, you're only a little dum-dum. It's okay.
I'm big dum-dum. Don't sugarcoat it. I'm big
sorry.
dum-dum. I smell bad. I stink. Big dum-dum.
I do smell you through the Discord chat.
I know you do. So I can't get the shotgun. I'll figure something out.
Hmm.
I'll pretend to not know the solution to this puzzle.
Okay. Because you're the big dum-dum.
Because I'm a big dum-dum. Oh, I'm big dum-dum. I don't know. I threw my gas can. I took off my mask and threw it down the hole. I don't know. I'm a dum-dum. It's gone forever. I don't care. I'm dumb as rocks.
Dumb as the horse you rode in on.
That's right.
Nickelcan just points out, smells like an E3 King to me.
Shotgun. Get out of
It's a
here.
distinct E3 King smell. Okay, let's show some freaking combat.
How about it? How about it, gang?
Got it.
Hurry up and load that thing. It's getting louder.
So again, you reach over your back and contextually you get the right thing for the situation.
I like that very much.
It's smart.
Was there ever a moment where you tripped up or you were confused on what you wanted?
Oh, only when I was being dumb and I forgot I had the wrong thing out.
We did it.
I love this gun.
Last time.
What I'm finding really enjoyable watching you in this is how almost true to form the trailers were. I'm seeing you do movements and things in this game that were very well represented in the trailer. Because I think a lot of people were well, can this game actually do those things? And it's
Right.
amazing to see that it is holding up like how we hoped it would.
Yeah, it feels as natural as it looked in those trailers, which I agree. They looked unrealistic. They looked like they may as well have been pre-rendered, you know?
Yeah.
There's gotta be some of my favorite currency over here, resin. Where's the currency? Some people might not like is the fact that guns are glued to your hands. I can't throw my gun. You just switch to the one that's glued to your hand.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It makes sense for the way this game is designed. But I definitely appreciate when games let me shoot somebody till it's empty, flip the gun up and catch it and whack them with it, you know? That
Yeah.
kind of freedom in VR is awesome.
Yeah, most definitely.
And where the future of it is more likely to go than a bunch of these immersive cinematic masterpieces.
Ooh, masterpiece.
Oh, I think it's fair to say.
Wow. Unreal. I love it. That's so
Yeah.
good to hear.
I'll go there.
Yeah. This is the official Game Informer reviewer, too. This is not to be taken lightly, folks.
That's right.
Yeah.
No longer just some buffoon in the studio
Yeah.
saying his nonsense.
Rambling on, then we just happen to give you a mic.
Yeah. Oh! Yuck! Turn the head crab into chunks.
Ah. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, Alex is a few seconds behind because screen sharing would make this game run horrendously.
Yeah, so this is a live watch along that I'm doing with you, the chat.
That's right. He's right there with you.
Yeah. Like, wow, I'm just seeing the Vortigons. Wow. Oh, let's see. Squidder Willow says, did the costs of playing this, parentheses, buying a VR set, and upgrade your PC, affect your review at all, Leo? As in, would that have affected the score you gave this?
Good question. I am lucky enough to be in a position where I didn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would be expecting more if I just paid $1,000 for a headset for this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no one's
Yeah.
wrong to feel that way.
Yeah.
But I
I
mean,
can see it.
hopefully no one's buying a VR headset just for this, right? Like, there's amazing VR experiences out there.
Like what? What else would you recommend on top of this?
Rec Room is an absolute joy, and the least scary thing in VR, and totally free. Totally free, mind you.
Wow.
Boneworks, very fun, incredible combat. You can actually grab enemies, like grab an enemy by the scruff of their neck and wail on them in the face, and like pick them up with 2 hands and do like a throw, and it feels perfect. Like, that game is amazing.
Wow.
Obviously, Beat Saber was on my top 10 last year. No, not Beat Saber. Pistol Whip. Pistol Whip was amazing. And that game, you just feel like John Wick, just blasting to the beat.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's like Alex gets you in the door to VR, and then you realize all the other stuff that's out there.
Okay.
You know, this game isn't worth $1,000. I'll say that right now. Okay, that works.
But it definitely sounds like there's other options that are not necessarily cheaper, but I can't imagine they cost a ton. Like, how much is Beat Saber right now?
Oh, can't be more than $20.
Yeah,
30?
so there's enough to justify the purchase, I think.
Yeah. Obviously, if it's your last $1,000, not a good idea.
Yeah, maybe buy food.
Maybe buy food.
Toilet paper, if anyone can find it. That kind of stuff.
Right. Putting a laser sight on my shotgun. Laser sights in this game are so useful. Like, you don't realize until you get your first one of like, oh,
Oh, that should come in handy.
that's
Yeah.
so much better than just like hip firing and feeling it out, you know?
Yeah.
Unless you're really good with guns.
I don't have enough resin for any of this stuff.
Ah, well, you know what they say
But
about
the fact
resin,
that it
Alex.
also like expands,
No, what do they say about resin, Russ?
kind of area you're gonna be in.
Look,
Yeah.
I like it.
Nickel Canvas asks a good question, and one that I've grappled with for a bit.
Yeah, that's
Are we
cool.
happy that Campo
Resin.
Santo made this instead of their Egyptian 1950s game, Valley of the Gods?
No. I mean, this game turned out great and they should be proud, but I don't like the precedent that sets. I don't like Valve buying that company and then turning them into
Yeah.
like something to do their bidding versus what they bought them to do.
Yeah.
The whole thing seems shady.
Yeah, maybe naively so, I'm hoping that they were close, that Valley of the Gods was close, because Firewatch is one of my personal favorites of the last couple of years, or one of my favorites, I should say. So I'm hoping that game was closer than we knew, and then they can just jump in and we still get it in a year's
They, like,
time or so.
quit Valve though?
Did they? I don't know. I really hope not, man. That's such a talented studio.
I swear one of the main guys quit Valve because of this stuff that was happening. I could
Okay.
be wrong.
Yeah, chat, let us know.
I'll take that as fact.
And if if Firewatch is the only thing, then so be it. But I just feel like that studio had so many good stories to tell.
It'd be a damn shame.
And yeah, like the background of my computer is Firewatch. Like that story was very personal, and I know some people didn't love the ending, but that was a special experience.
I agree. I don't care what I want.
Yeah. And for a lot of people, this is going to be a special experience too. So we'll see. We don't know, but we shall see.
We don't know.
We know now. Cody Clemency says, I was under the impression that devs in Valve were free to work on whatever they wanted. I hope they saw the chance to work on this and maybe they made that choice for themselves. Yeah, I mean, that'd be great. We don't know the specifics of the situation, but
Right. I was certainly also under that impression.
yeah.
I'm sure they were too.
Yeah, when they signed on. Oh yeah,
We're
especially
shade
that.
throwing out here, baby.
Yeah, a little bit. Especially that. We'll drop this in a second, but I think it was a Game Awards that they showed that first trailer for The Valley of the Gods, and I about lost my damn mind. It looks so pretty, and the story seems so interesting to me. Alas, we just happened to get the quintessential VR title out of it, so
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Win some, lose
It wins.
some.
Yeah. I like the names a little bit. I don't love, but I do love the walking simulator. There's some really great storytelling that is done from those games.
Yeah, I've heard what exploration game or something. There's some nicer word than walking
Yeah.
simulator that I like.
It's dark.
Everything all right?
Nope, I'm good.
This is you can't tell because you're not in VR, but when I'm in VR, this is really scary, and I don't like it. So
What's your heart rate at right now? Oh, no thank you.
1 million. A million. I just checked. Hold on, 1,000,000 billion.
Wow.
Oh, thank God.
I'm surprised you're still alive.
So this flashlight is just attached to my left hand now. Oh my God.
Oh, thank God.
So I kind of need to point it at what I want. Let's get the pistol out here. Oh, hello, boys.
Fancy seeing you here.
They don't show up on my reflex site because they're spooky. Their spooky rating is off the charts.
They're too spooky. Computers are frying.
Yeah, I can hear my spooky chip. Sounds like a jet engine right now. Doing a cool little gun blow. Don't mind me.
Don't mind you.
Oh, that's gonna get a little foggy in this headset.
You
I'm
sweating a little bit?
Yeah.
Chuck Kurtz asks the hard question: is this game of the year material?
I would be surprised
really
if this
dark.
wasn't in my top 10.
Russ,
Yeah?
Wow.
can you just
But
talk
having said that,
About what?
I don't know.
about anything?
Yeah.
Cyberpunk's coming out this year still,
Well, I
yeah?
think that given our
What's that?
situation, your irrational fear
It's
of
probably
the dark
game of the
is
year.
actually quite
Oh.
appropriate. You know, I think
Is
you
what
can
that
see
is.
100 reasons
Oh.
to be terrified.
Interesting. I'll have to
Okay.
check it
For a
out.
lot of people.
Fault. I'll
Yeah.
be more specific next time.
Me included.
Big fan of this flashlight.
And
I
it's not unlike
cannot
yourself,
wait.
it's also sensitive to the dark,
Oh yeah?
meaning it
If
should
I
go
can-
on automatically when the lights go out.
Wax
Oh.
poetic for just a moment.
Nice.
I would encourage you to.
Virtual reality, again. I believe in it. I love it. I'm a supporter. I'm a defender. I think the degree to which, after having played through this game, the way that it's like, again, getting very esoteric here, or whatever. But the way that it's in my memory now, like the way that what I went through is like there's such stronger memories, like remembering exactly what it felt like to be in that situation.
Yeah.
In certain points of the story, like there's certain things this game does that quote unquote regular games could never do.
Yeah. And that's a
And
really
things that are cooler.
yeah, that's such a cool realization of that tech. And you're right, that's something that playing on the couch may not ever come close to. So
Yeah, I mean, it certainly has its own benefits.
yeah.
I would say as far as shooting, like, sometimes it's more fun to use a mouse. Like, for precision and stuff, there's something to that. It's not like someday we'll only ever be playing VR games, I don't think.
No.
Unless you believe the world of Ready Player One.
A cautionary tale.
Exactly. Whoopsie. Oh!
Head cramp! A head cramp's on your face! Get it off your face, Alex! Oh, it's really on there! Oh, thank God.
The joy of this stream is oh man. The joy of this stream for me is just listening to you.
It was.
Holy crap. I'm at half a heart here, guys.
Yeah.
That was scary. There are those moments where, like, damn, every shot counts here, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
And the
fucking
fact that you're
one of
hitting
these-
them so well is impressive to me.
Thank you, and I certainly wasn't when I first started, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Nick-
the way this game is challenging is all very learnable. It's all like getting comfortable
Yeah.
and faster with this stuff.
All right, Russ.
Nickel
Really
Canvas in all
need to
caps
talk
says,
again.
now we gaming,
Absolutely.
boys.
These-
Before.
Yeah,
What
we're
was life
gaming.
like before the
Catch
combat?
that kill streak.
Ah, excellent. Alex, have
This
you ever
dialogue
heard
I
of a
like. We
club
can let this
sandwich?
dialogue play.
Nope, not once.
Club sandwich.
Right. To make a club sandwich, you need to start with bread. Not from a bread line, from a bakery across the street. Baked that day, okay? You add tomatoes, lettuce, not vegetable paste, fresh. Then you add bacon. That's from an animal we used to call the pig. You toast the bread, and you put all that inside it.
You guys had all that? That's insane.
It is, and I'm not done. Then you add a second sandwich on top of the first one. You put ham in it, also from a pig, and turkey from an animal we used to call the turkey. And more tomato, more lettuce, and a bunch of other things I'm forgetting. It was 6 inches tall and weighed a pound, and had a dozen ingredients from 5 different continents. It was the most impossible food item you could imagine any age before ours.
Wow.
I know, right?
That is. Wow. Thanks, Russ.
You're welcome, Alex.
Because Alex, she
Which
was
one?
never. Sorry, Alex Vance.
Ah, I see.
All she's known is the Combine her whole life. She's asking Russell, voiced by Reese Darby, about life before the Combine. So it's kind of a topic of conversation they return to.
Oh, cool.
It's always a treat. And it's like, it's so important that Russell's well written, right? Like,
Yeah.
having this inescapable voice in your ear, it's like purely a benefit to this game to have it relieving you of the dark atmosphere, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. If he doesn't do his job, then the game gets annoying, and then you're not going to be as convinced or not as, motivated to finish it.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll just become annoying.
Yeah.
I put on a construction helmet, which has gameplay purpose. Which shouts out, I'll give the chat a moment to guess what the gameplay purpose of this helmet is.
Let us know, chat. What do you think?
Somebody may already know it.
Are you gonna be sitting up high, cat calling? Like,
Right.
hey, I'm walking here. Nickel Canvas says, "Save you from falling bricks."
Close.
Okay.
No! Oh, that's a bad one. I didn't realize that's one of those scary head crabs. It's not a normal one. Come and get me.
Ah, Cody Clemens to prevent head crabs from latching on.
Oh, I don't know if it does that.
They're sitting in the meeting, the government, and it's like, how do we prevent these things from latching onto our faces? One guy's construction helmet's like, nah, that'll never work.
I will say, turning my flashlight and seeing that zombie just then scared the hell out of me. My heart skipped a beat.
It just Matt Brown on YouTube says, Half-Life any good? For those of us just joining us and missed the beginning. Yes. It's very good. Both Leo and Valve's or Steam's selling page for this game says, masterpiece.
Did they? Where does
There's like a category I saw it on Twitter. There's like a category that they put it in and it's called masterpiece.
Oh, yeah, that's like Red Dead Redemption 2 is in there and stuff on Steam. Yeah, that's bold. Without putting their own game in there day one.
Yeah. What else is in the masterpiece section here?
I gotta go.
Yeah, man, they're putting that up there with Witcher 3 and Red Dead, and Halo, Half-Life 2. Cool.
We respect that.
Yeah. Jake Edwin says Leo is killing it.
Oh, thank you. Dude, this game gets hard. Some of the later combat encounters.
Yeah.
Like because nobody's shot at me yet.
I was gonna say.
May notice.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're perceptive. I'd be curious to see a combat encounter. I don't know if we'll get to it or not, but.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too long, honestly. I bet we'll get to it on this stream.
Oh, cool. How much longer you want to go? It's 4:38 currently.
I'll do about another hour.
Okay, cool.
Unless we start getting into some major story stuff I forgot about.
Okay. You pilot the ship, Captain. Chuck Kurtz. Chuck, you've had a lot of great questions today. I appreciate you being on the stream with us. Do you recommend this as a starting point for the series? It's a prequel, right?
It is a prequel. You should at least read the Wikipedias.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say go in completely blind.
And it is a prequel to Half-Life 2, not 1. So
right,
it's like,
it's in between 1 and 2.
Yeah, so it's 1, Alyx, 2, 2 part 1, 2 part 2.
Right. I also want to get outside, show you the bright outdoors, like this.
Yeah. That is something that I haven't done a lot of in the last 10 days.
Yeah. You're allowed to, like, go on a walk, right?
Yeah, as long as you
cross the street if you see somebody else coming.
Yeah. I was walking my pup yesterday, and there was 3 or 4 people doing the same, and they all went to the other side of the street. So.
Well, you're an intimidating guy.
Yeah, correct. It's the thing. If people don't know me, they may think that, but I don't know. Watch a stream, and you know that I am a
big soft ball.
I am a big teddy bear.
Right. Back in the VR realm. My break is over. Oh. What we got?
Cody Clemency says, how often do you feel like you need to take a break?
It depends. Like, I didn't feel the need to take many breaks. Like, I did because they seemed like a good idea more than I felt like I needed to.
Yeah.
But that's because, you know,
soldier?
having a window open, wearing light, loose clothes.
The reactor, I saw the combine movements
You can overheat in VR pretty easy.
Yeah.
I guess they're interested in this place again.
Right, we'll keep an eye out. Something's definitely up.
Bad combine. Don't take over.
Bad.
Bad. Oh God.
Alyx, manhack, watch out.
See it.
It's very scary the first time.
Hmm.
I happen to be a seasoned gamer. It doesn't feel the emotion of fear.
Ah, I see. It's been ripped out of you.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
for many, that may be a frightening moment. Stowing stuff in the backpack also works perfectly. Like some games, you'll end up dropping it on the ground behind you and not even notice you lost it.
Okay.
Which is always
so
frustrating, but I've
right
never had
now,
that problem in this.
What it's like to live
That's
on
unreal.
Earth
I love
on a
that.
scale
No,
of
it's not.
1 to
It's
10.
not unreal.
I'd say
Alex.
1 to 2.
Source 2!
Yep.
Get with the
Good always
program.
well.
What would you rate it before the Combine showed up?
Oh, that's a toughie. I don't know. Good day? I'd say 6. Yeah, strong 6.
6? That's not great.
Well, that's life, Alex. You know, it's not always great.
Well,
So
maybe
chat,
we get
how
the
we feel
Combine
about this
offer.
game? What do you
Shoot
guys?
for, like,
Is this? This is what I want you
Oh,
to say.
an 8. Yeah, that's
Is
really
this
would be nice.
enough for anyone who's ever been on the fence about VR to jump in?
Yeah. I'm curious how the VR skeptics
Yeah.
are responding.
What say you now?
Yeah. This is a memory game. Let's test my memory.
Let's see how much of a dum-dum he is, actually.
Check my dumb brain. You may find it's actually cool and smart. Shocker. Alright, I don't even need to go in here because I brought that health tank from before.
Cody Clemency says, are you using a 360 sensor setup or the standard setup with 2 sensors in front of you?
Standard setup with 2 sensors. That's why I'm moving with looking with the thumbstick more than looking around that much, because when I'm away from my sensors and pointed, like my body's obscuring it, I get screwed.
Gotcha.
So I kind of had to get in the habit of playing like this.
For sure.
Which you still get the same joy of like moving around an environment when you have to, but I just gotta stay conscious of like not turning my feet too much, you know, like knowing where forward is.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Okay, ready to see what the construction helmet does?
Yeah, let's see it.
Oh, I took off my mask first. Barnacles will just yoink it right off your head. Which I think is hilarious, and it took me a long time to like realize that happened.
That's so good.
It makes
That's so
perfect
good.
sense. It's genius.
Yeah. I love that.
Bad combine.
Bad. Mr. 12 says, does Leo get to take a break to wring out the sweat from his VR foam?
You're not really playing VR until you're caked in sweat. Then the game really begins.
Brian Cruz answering our question from before. I would basically have to buy a PC VR set than this game, so it's still a tough sell. Wouldn't mind a
No question.
potato-looking version on Quest, though.
Yeah, totally. I want a Quest that's stronger to come out,
Yeah.
you know?
Because the Quest right now is what, 400?
Yes, I believe that's right.
And the Quest, you don't need gaming PC, right?
Completely standalone.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's... Current consoles are going for 300 right now or so obviously a little bit more expensive, but it's basically like you're buying a new console.
Right. Oh!
Hey!
Oh, God!
Oh!
Oh, God! Oh! Oh, my God, I almost died there. Oh, boy. Oh, and the health is all the way back through there? Alright.
You got this.
I got this. There we go.
We believe in you. Arlen Moon says, seasoned gamer. You got this.
Hell yeah. And I do love the way that like getting experience with one VR game will give you skills for others. Like I think I'm better at shooting because of my time with Pistol Whip.
Oh, that's so cool, yeah.
It's all muscle memory, right?
Yeah.
It's cool.
all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
It's on the hips, as Alex likes to say.
As as I do like to say. It looked like you were
Combine-
eating that shotgun cell.
I was trying to smoke it. Thought that'd be cool.
Oh.
Whoa! Flinging a barrel at me. Okay, let's get this going. Let's do this. Oh god.
Pickle Candy says Leo's hips do not lie.
No, no, no. Oh, hello. Here's the great outdoors. I love the sky boxes in this game.
Oh yeah.
Like the things you see over the horizon are just like so beautifully detailed.